Okay, now that we have that out of the way, Devil May Cry 5 has a new trailer and it is beautiful. And ladies, I mean, the trailer is really well edited and it's time for your man of fire himself to break it down for your viewing pleasure. Yep, pleasure. Definitely pleasure. And after that rant video that I had just released, it's time for something a little more uplifting. We have new gameplay, reveals, and plots revealed as well. So, without further ado, let's show down. This trailer showed off a lot more of the story than we were expecting, and as per usual, leaves more questions than answered, just as I like it. The trailer starts off with Morrison walking to the Devil May Cry shop where Dante is sitting and waiting for a call as he does. The trailer later progresses to show that Dante has what seems to be the lights out as if he has no power, and he talks about the needs to pay the bill so he can once again flush the toilet. Typical Dante. The trailer later reveals V for the first time, stating that he is the new client. It seems as if V seems to be the first one to know about the problem, and brings up the fact that Raygrave City is about to be attacked. We see the characters in this hellish area numerous times from a leak we may or may not have seen. Nope, no leaks in this video. Anyways, we actually see new things in this area in particular. We see the van is somehow here, lady. All the characters appear here at some time, lady. We see more of Dante's gameplay here. Lady is in the game! V. Let's talk about V. As stated before, V is the client for the job this time around and is also a confirmed playable character. But what else do we know about him? He reads from a weird book because, you know, sophistication. But oddly enough, the book has a V on it. And I don't think this is because of an ego bigger than Dante's kill count, but it's likely more info towards how he got the name in the first place. Something big for the demons in this game is how they give up their names, is like giving up their identity basically, such as Virgil. What if it was V trying to do this as a human? It's likely he gave up his name when trying to learn spells and getting an excessive amount of tattoos. So, reading the book isn't just sophistication. Here's something else to note. Nico has a couple of scenes of interest to us. First, she shows how nervous she is when confronting Dante. This has importance for various reasons upon reinspection. Number 1, she first confronts Dante about Neil building his guns. The trailer depicts this as a revelation to him, as we don't know all the details about how he specifically acquired these weapons, and the fact that it adds a connection to Nico for Dante. But number 2 is how it seems to show Dante has a rep among the humans. It seems as if it's no surprise at this point that he is a demon slayer, or more likely, she values this more because it's a close kept secret among certain humans. The second thing to note is this line here.
Hey, tough guy. That'll keep him, but not for long. Soldier Boy said city's gone to hell and back, taken over by the underworld. Not just here, but everywhere.
It seems as if the whole city is being pulled into the underworld itself. This demon tree seems to be a bridge from the underworld to Earth, and not only hooks like an anchor, but infects the city to bring it down to hell. This brings a huge revelation of the story itself, as this is potentially what the significance of this tree really is. Like I said, the game over screen wouldn't depict the demon tree unless it had the biggest point of revelation to the series. A couple other points of interest are Dante's lines,
"Guess I get to see it with my own eyes,"
as this is likely referring to him seeing Urizen for the first time that V probably informed him about as the client with the info. But the other thing of note is Dante having 2 separate haircuts in the trailer. With this, we can likely tell when different scenes happen. But why? Why would his hair get slightly shorter than before? And slightly. The last thing to note for story purposes is this guy here. Not only does he look like a weird modified Nilo Angelo, but he fights just like Virgil as well. Look at this sword attack here! With Virgil taking his sword back, we now see him fighting as if wielding Yamato once again. This is huge. We are once again seeing Dante fight what appears to be his brother once again. But why? What is happening with Virgil? Okay, gameplay. This is huge. I kept my eyes peeled for this one, so let's see how much of this I got. Dante's fighting style is very similar to Devil May Cry 4, just like Nero's was when we played him at Gamescom and PAX West. We even see Dante use different styles. We don't know exactly how these styles will function as of this current moment, but man is it good to see Dante fight again. And fight he does. Dante's arsenal of weapons is diverse to say the least. We see Rebellion used quite often as well as Sparta briefly. It's odd to see him using it when Trish last had it, which raises more questions for us fans. I'm anxious to see the combos we're going to get with this weapon in particular. Speaking of combos, looky what we have here. The bike does appear to be used as its own weapon that we now see get to be used more often. It even has its own name now, known as Cavalier. This weapon looks slow, but devastating. Lay in the attacks and don't get hit. Lastly, we see what appears to be Gilgamesh, but looks more like it's from Burial, which may have some meaning towards how he got it. Or it could be that this weapon also has a similar version of Nero's Exceeds function. That would be wicked. We also see Dante straight up dodging attacks while wielding this weapon. Has his royal guard been changed to function more like a straight up dodge attack and not a block? Or is this tied to Trickster? Better yet, are the styles new and different from Devil May Cry 4 altogether? We'll have to wait to see and find out for this one. But Coyote is also back, and, well, it's back. I mean, it packs a serious punch. But will it pack a punch as much as ladies? That's not just a joke, seriously. As seen from the beginning of the video, there is a deluxe version of the game and pre-order bonuses. The pre-order bonuses give access to the alternate colors for the characters in the game. This includes Dante, Nero, Nico, Lady, and Trish. So, are these playable characters now? Nico, Lady, Trish? What? Also, should have been unlockables like a previous video of mine stated. That aside, there's a lot of Deluxe Edition bonuses, and I mean a lot. However, there is only one deluxe version of the game instead of, like 7, like a certain company we may know that does this. And it's only $10 US more. Honestly, if you're a Devil May Cry fan, you're likely getting a better version of this game anyways for the small price of $10. This game was probably expensive to make anyways. Enough said. Let's start with the Buster Arm. The first one is Sweet Surrender. Its description reads, Nero is too rough to do the job without hurting Kyrie, so this device is made of soft materials. Its vibration feature is especially effective at alleviating shoulder and hip pain. So you can massage your enemies to death. Obviously. Next we have Pasta Breaker. Its description reads, a devil breaker that makes pasta extra easy to eat. Created by Nico for clumsy Nero from Helter Skelter and Punchline parts. The revolving fork on the end is neat, but it's not particularly useful in battle. This seems to imply this weapon is meant for some sort of punch attacks maybe, but weak at it? Maybe it breaks a lot. I don't know. We'll have to wait to find out about that one. Lastly, for the Buster Arms, we have the early access to Buster Arm. This seems to imply that the Buster Arm is acquired late in the game or after Nero's campaign is completed. Cool to see. In the description of the deluxe version, we also see the Gerbera GP01. Not currently sure what it is, maybe it's a different aesthetic to the Gerbera arm like this next one, Cavalier R, which gives a different look to the Cavalier weapon once acquired in-game. Next we have the different soundtracks, which swaps the different battle tracks in-game to be like Devil May Cry 1 through 4. Just in case you're not a fan of one of the songs in particular. This can be changed from the jukebox in the option menu. You can now get live action cutscenes to replace the in-game cutscenes. The description talks about how it's from development, so maybe it's just the people in the motion cap suits. This is a weird one, but not as weird as this next one. Yep, you can get a Mega Man Buster Arm for Nero, and there was a whole trailer for it. Yep, that happened. Oh my god. There was so much in this one reveal, but Capcom is putting the hype train to full effect, and we're approaching the station very soon. In March, of course. It's a pretty slow train, but what's not slow is how you can hit that subscribe button. Yeah, that's right, smash that subscribe button if you want to stay and see more content just like this in the future. I highly recommend it. There is more content just like this coming very, 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 very soon. Hell, maybe you can help me grow the channel. We're currently 1,000 strong and shooting for 10,000 strong and beyond. And look how nice everyone is. This guy over here wrote, ladies in the trailer. And to you, good sir, I say, I almost had a hard nut. It was good to see her. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to pull that devil trigger. I've been Halfpine, and I'll see you guys next time.